Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F1 tier for round number 11, I believe it is, for the British Grand Prix, a legendary track where I am almost certain to see us have a very fast-paced, flowing race ahead of us that fits with this fast-paced, flowing track. And as I said, this is the top tier in RSF1, the pinnacle of our league. So expect some really fast times, some times that make you really gasp in amazement as we look ahead to our season. And it's been a very interesting season from this tier. So yeah, hopefully we should have a good race ahead of us. I am RSF from Brundle. As you may be familiar with my voice this week because it's now my third stream I'm doing. Yay. I'm excited. I'm not being paid for this job though, but it doesn't matter. I'm always excited for something like this. But I'm joined by a new voice joining our comms team and a very new driver joining our ranks as well in RSF1 because he had his first race, I believe, last week in Austria. And that is Toxic CW. So, good evening, Toxic. Welcome to the comms box. Welcome to RSF1 as well. Because, as I said, you're very new to the racing league. Done your first race last week. How are you, first of all?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm quite excited to be the first commentary over a race. I mean, Div 1, it'll be exciting. I'm also really excited to continue on with RSF1, hopefully move myself up as well.
Yes, you had a pretty decent debut, actually, if I remember rightly, in last time out in Austria, 7th place, and you did the one thing that new drivers always need to do is you stayed out of trouble, kept your head down, had some good battles with some experienced drivers in it as well. So you did, in my eyes, a perfect job. So keep up the good work. But in terms of commentary, obviously I spoke to you earlier before we went live. This is your first time, I believe.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, looking forward to it though. Think I should be good. We'll soon see.
Cool. And you've watched the last few races, I believe, as well. I also watched Austria last time out. What did you think of the race from this tier last week?
It's extremely surprising with how fast everybody is. It's also always really tight. I mean, most leagues you usually watch, it's going to be very divided. There'll be like a middle group, top group, and a back group. This is very like stuck together. Everybody's always there on each other's tail and that, so it's very exciting. There's always excitement in the league.
In other words, whoever made the tiers did a very good job.
Yeah, did indeed.
I hope he's listening, because that's extra bounty points. It's RSF1 Shane, by the way, who kind of finalised the tiers, but obviously we did have RSF1 Junior and Grand Chastity that kind of started it. Looked at all the time trial times, and I agree with you, they've done a very good job. But yeah, the thing is with this tier, Toxic, is I believe you've seen it maybe over the last couple of weeks or so. You're watching is, yes, you have the consistent drivers near the top, but any person on this 18 driver grid we got tonight can win this race.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you got your usual big hitters that you expect to be at the front now that we know relatively what the pecking order is. But anybody can win a race at any point, and that's what makes it so entertaining.
Yeah. It's always interesting watching Div 1 anyway. There's always excitement, and I expect high hopes for this race anyway.
No pressure tier 1. No Shells is going to take us on the first lap in Q1, so obviously anybody that is new to this system, new to F1 completely entirely, we are looking at our top 15 drivers to go through into Q2. If you crash, it means you take no further part in the session, as No Shells had a massive slide through turn 3, I believe it is. So I was lucky to catch that there. Yeah, so they are... Yeah, No Shells carrying on with his lap. So what makes Silverstone the track that it is, Toxic?
It's a very flowy track, and there's quite a lot of overtaking opportunities, I think. which means a good race, and there's always shoulders to shoulder battle and that, and he's always looking for that move, unlike other tracks it can be tighter and harder to overtake.
Yeah. What's the corners that these guys are going to have to watch out for, really? As I do actually see a car just past turn 1.
Is just
Oh,
came back on the
Alonso.
track there. Yeah. I think the corners, probably Maggots and Beckett's. It can be a very difficult. If you go too fast, you can lose it really easily. It's a good runoff area though, so you might hopefully avoid damage if you do that. I don't expect anybody to do that though. It's Div 1. Everybody's really good racers up here. Maybe turn 2 into 3. Some folk can put the throttle down too quick and lose the rear end, but all these drivers are really experienced. I think it's still good.
Yep, just had our first few lap times on the ball. Kid Cuddy in a 24.9 as Mansell has one of the corners around here that can catch you out for track limits, and that is the end of Maggots and Beckett's there. This clipped a wheel on the grass, and because you're going full throttle, it just immediately there. But Kid Cuddy already into the 24s, which is good in Q1. Pole in F2 was a 24.6, I believe, or 24.5, I think. We're kind of expecting near 23s by the time we get to Q3, Toxic, isn't it? Because these guys are quick.
Really quick. We've got Turbo, who's just coming through the last sector, almost in the last. We'll put that on the corner, we'll see what he can do. A little bit of a lock up there. See what time he gets. Really well through there. He's gone P3 or 125.4.
Not bad from Turbo. This session really, if you're usually in the top 10, then obviously we're talking about the Mercedes and likes of Cuddy, possibly Pigeon Munch as well, normally in the top 10 at these days, Rhombus, and this guy Sync the Selective, which I'm just on board right now. It's just setting a lap and getting through, isn't it? Obviously you've got to keep an eye on where you stand because of how close the tier is. It could be tense between several positions.
Marshall's out of the session. Big crash there.
Oh, Mansell.
Yeah,
Mansell,
sorry.
yeah. Old
No,
turn
what happened
1.
there? He just went straight out. That's not. No, I'm rewatching different folk. There seems to be 2 yellow flags. The McLaren, yeah, he came straight out of that corner, straight into the wall. Rear tyre come off, Christ.
So, yeah, old turn 1 and even turn 1 proper around this track, you've got to have real belief in your car that when you turn it, it's going to stick. But especially the cars in this game, they are kind of floaty, I kind of is the best word to describe them, as the Mercedes of Sync Veloce, who is a new driver into the league, very new, because he joined this afternoon, which is another thing. The Sync clan is growing, because we've got Dyslexic, who else? We've got Diggles, Alonso, and now Sync Veloce, who has joined. Invalidated though for Maggots and Beckett's. He's in place of Lando tonight, Toxic, and Lando is second in the championship, I believe, going into this race. So yeah, big opportunity for
Easton to
big opportunity. Yeah.
catch up on points. Yeah.
Easton and Corey Marshall. Corey Marshall up there with the 2 Mercedes in the Drivers' Championship at the moment. Sync Alonso, after his spin at turn 1, done a second lap on the sauce, 25.0. So he's put that spin to one side, which is good.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Lap time now.
Came back from it. Watching that Sync Alonso guy, he's on his hot lap right now. He's carrying some good speeds. But the corner's going to the old turn 1. Oh, he's lost it. He's a bit hit that up. He saved it.
Who's that? That's Veloce, yeah.
Yeah, he kept that really well though. He came out the corner, just lost the rear end, but just locked up the tyres and avoided any collision with the wall.
Yeah, he's staying out of the way. There is a car coming through now. That is Corey Marshall.
That was a bit close there. She's to watch the Ferrari behind him as well. I was letting him by.
Yep. Marshall had to go off the racing line a little bit there, put him off a little bit.
Williams.
Would have cost him too much.
We need to get out of the way now, yeah, there we go.
But at first race nerves maybe for Veloce, possibly because they invalidate their first lap and then had a spin on the second, so...
Yeah, I think he's going to go pit now. I think he started in low fuel, yeah, and then be back out, try again. Probably need new tyres on as well. I'm pretty sure the ones will be 10% more for that big lock-up, saving it from the wall anyway.
Marshall briefly topped the session of Q1 with a 24.9, but beaten by Aldorf in the Ferrari, a 24.8. The times are getting quicker, and but already very quick and very close. A couple of attempts already, separating the top 5.
Yeah. I'm watching RSR Husks. It's really nice through Maggots and Beckett's there. Nice and clean. This could be said to be a good lap, I think. Nice in the exit there. Have a lock up.
Good evening to everyone in the chat. 14 viewers so far, and I've seen a couple of comments so far from Lil's Misfits, who is Sync Veloce and is also a girl as well. So, yeah, welcome to the league, Veloce. And secondly, you should be focusing on your laps rather than commentating on the stream. So, 100% focus on your race. But welcome to the league anyway.
Yeah, no pressure.
Right, so Harsha 25 flat, very nice there from Harsha. Both Red Bulls looking quite handy tonight.
Yeah, the volumes of Zizu MX, or if that's pronounced wrong, validated his lap there. Also cut a few corners, and I thought didn't really cut them that much, but he's going again. Let's see how he does this time. Running speed for turn 1 there.
Yeah, I'm on board if you want to give us for the rest of the lap.
Yeah, right. A little bit of lock up there, coming slow that corner. So he goes round here. He's maintaining his speed. Probably lost about a tenth through the first one. A little bit there. Use onto the curb. Right through that one, yep. Following the racing line really well. I think he can get out of that a little bit fast maybe. There we go. And the old turn 1. The drivers already have lost it here. Let's see if he does. Nice and smooth through there. Into Maggots and Beckett's.
Kept it in 7th gear, interestingly.
Yeah.
But it was a lot more stable.
Nice from Maggots and Beckett's. Really clean through there, good exit as well. Carrying speed, this could be a good lap here. There we go. Just a bit of the grass there. Oh, a bit wide there. Oh, massively wide.
That's surely... Wait, how did that not? How did... how did that not?
I think he thought he invalidated it there, that's why...
Yeah, they did.
Abandoned his lap, yeah. If he's going again, with a poor start, I think he's enough time to get up to. Oh, he's got a decent amount of speed. He's still got as much as he wanted to start this lap again, but... He'll go again. On the track.
Midsy's just top. Yep. Midsy's just topped the session already at 24.6. So already we are beating F2 pole times, and we're in Q1.
Yeah, I think everyone's trying to get a nice clean lap out there. Then, as we come to Q2 and 3, the lap times will be getting faster and faster as we go along.
Sync Dyslexic getting a very nice tow from his teammate Dave's Rhombus down the hanger straight. Definitely helped him, but went maybe a little bit too far deep at the end of the corner there. Just got it stopped in time.
Just watched Easton take it through Maggots and Beckett, so it was clean but invalidated. Looks like he's going to carry his teammate through here though. Don't know.
Dyslexic goes to 8th. Eastern Championship leader. 24.4 Midsy. Slow down. Jeez.
2 Mercedes struggling for positions right now. Easton's about to cross the line.
Veloce 24.5. Goodness me.
It's getting faster
Hi,
and
welcome to
faster.
RSF1, straight up to the top, or near the top. Whew. Who found Veloce? Who found who found this person? She's quick. Right, Eastern Championship
Yeah.
leader. I'll just go over the championship standings while we got time actually, because we're on board with our championship leader going into this race, Eastern. He's on 149 points going into this race, and he's 15 ahead of his own teammate, RSF1 Lando. But as we said earlier, Lando is not here tonight. It's a huge opportunity for Easton to extend the lead over his teammate and closest rival. Third place is Corey Marshall on 116 going into this race, and Marshall is still there, but still going to keep plugging away at these very quick Mercedes drivers. Hush is next on 80 points, and then Mitzi, who is very quick at the moment, is on 76, so he's still one to watch. Mr. Pigeon Munch is on 69 points with Dyslexic on 68. Boris Letterbox, who has a race ban here tonight, so he will not be adding to his 58 points he's got. RSF from Mansell's on 50. Then we've got Brazina on 44, Cuddy on 40. RSF from Cash is on 28 with Rhombus on 26. Turbo 24, Diggles 24. RSF from Vettel 23. IGN Legends 19. Zizu on 15. Aldorf on 2 and Alonso on 2 points. Easton, meantime,
Yeah,
gets himself
P3
through.
there. Tom, currently in 18th, he's invalidated his lap and he's also off the track currently.
Oh, and he's off as well.
Still got time to get out. Looks like he's struggling there. He's got time to get into another lap though. Hopefully get himself out of being behind top 15. Get him through to Q2. Zeus MX back out in a lap again, probably try to get into the top 15 this time. Bit rough
Thing
through
is, as
there.
well,
Yeah.
the thing is with this league, obviously talking about the two Mercedes near the top of this division, obviously they're helping massively to the overall constructors, Toxic, aren't they? Because Mercedes have a pretty solid gap over last season's champions Alfa Romeo.
Mercedes are currently at 843 points, and then Alfa Romeo behind them with 738 points. So 105 points of a gap, so the Alpha boys need to start working their way up and hoping Mercedes aren't doing as well. And the Red Bull, Foca struggling as well, a bit behind. Zeus MX is just pitted. I think he's going to go through invalidating the second to last corner there. Lucky for him.
Yeah, back into the pits. Zizou's done 16th, so it's now down to Brazina to potentially put No Shells, who's down in 15th, Turbo 14th, and Diggles potentially in 13th as well. Although, who's just jumped up? Someone's just jumped up. It's Turbo. Turbo's gone to 6th, so he's now safe. That puts No Shells and Diggles, who are both on outlaps, in trouble.
Yeah, Tom in the Ferrari here, he's going for his lap now, so the last chance he gets is to get a good lap here to go through to Q2. He's taking it nice though. I watched the first sector there, got into the second now. It's looking nice. And no straight.
8 tenths covering the top 14 at the moment.
It's very close. Tom going through Maggots and Beckett's now. Nice and clean through there. Exit. Yeah, very nice. I think he might go up here. It's looking good.
Yes, one and only lap though, so he's got nothing really in the delta to go on.
Yeah, it's
looking good so far.
Yeah, it's looking fast. It's fast, really corners than that. Here he goes. Through the last corner. P15.
15th only. Just squeezes through.
No show.
No Shells is 3 tenths up.
Yeah, it's on a lap as well. This could be, and Tom goes out again. There he goes here.
Lovely for the chicane. I think this will be easy. Just got the last corner.
Maybe top 10 here. 13th. Unlucky for Tom. Didn't have a good Q3 there.
Yeah, Tomek Brezina, our F2 champion of last season, seeing how competitive it is in F1. He's done alright this season. He's stepped up pretty decently. But it just shows, I mean, look how close it is. From Turbo in 8th to St. Diggles, who is on a lap at the moment, so he might improve, is 3/10. So, very, very close.
Boys at the top, basically, all 3 of them. Dyslexic,
God, yeah.
and Alonso, yep, top 3 currently. For 2nd to 4th currently.
Diggles nearly joined them, actually.
Yeah. The Sync boys are seeming fast today.
And they're all on a 24.5.
Yeah.
So there we go. So those eliminated, Tomek Brezina in the Ferrari. 2/10 away from the next session to where Mr. Pigeon Munch was. That's a bit of a surprise there. And then you had Zizou, who I think invalidated on his last potential lap, so that's unfortunate for him. And obviously we saw Mansell earlier crashing at Old Turn 1.
Yeah. Really fast at the wall. The rear right tyre come flying off the car. Unlucky for him, he was starting at the back. We'll see how he does in the race. Off to Q2 now. We'll see who goes through and who doesn't.
10th, covering the top 4 drivers. That says everything about this tier. I mean, pole position is anybody's, but it's still early going. Obviously, just setting a lap, but we're already the top 4 quicker than F2 pole time, and obviously the track is going to get quicker.
Yeah, so I think it'll be getting quicker through Q2, and I think we'll be seeing some low, like 124 flats, and that maybe some high 139s, or 19s.
Still sunny blue skies, which is good. So we'll get to see these lap times, but this is where strategy comes into play. So, again, if you're new to the system, top 10 is what we're looking for. In this session, fastest top 10 go through, and whatever lap time you set on these tyres in this session, which is your fastest, you set, you start on those tyres if it's obviously dry in the race. So, and that is regardless of how many laps you do, whether you spun on them, whether they be softs or mediums. And speaking about strategy, obviously you've got your own personal race tomorrow in F4 Toxic. I did my race on Sunday. Now, for my race on Sunday is, I personally would say avoid the hards at all costs, unless you have damage on the first couple of laps, or there's like an early safety car and you want to gamble it.
Yeah.
But really, last couple of races, especially in F3, we saw Dangerous Dan in F3 start on mediums, and he was an absolute rocket ship on the soft tyres. We also saw it in F5 yesterday. So I reckon quite a few people, unless it's raining, will be trying it on the medium tyres.
I mean, my strategy, I was doing Silverstone on Saturday. Sorry, Tuesday, just yesterday. My strategy was to go from soft to medium. It was it's tough to keep it going. If you can do it, then you will be fast and you will be getting away from everybody else. I would recommend staying off hards as well. I don't think the track really goes well off hards. No. Don't feel too good now. We've got RSF1 Vettel, first one out. We'll see what he can do.
The thing is, you might see, in this session is, and Tier 1 tend to do it a lot, is you see all these guys on the soft tyres, they will then slow down at the end of their lap because they just want a delta and they don't want to start on the softs. So you might see that from a few of these guys.
Yeah, I was expecting quite a few folk to be out on the mediums, maybe starting the mediums, but we'll see how we do in the softs. Maybe they might change up a little bit.
The thing the softs will give you is obviously that grip off the line. It's not a long run down the turn one, but anything helps, of course.
Yeah.
Again, with the medium tyres though, if you stick with the leaders and the medium tyres, again, softs at the end around this track are just almost unbeatable as Vettel dips a wheel,
Yeah, it's
going on to the old front straight there.
Looks like he's still going to finish the lap off though.
It's lucky to catch that slide as well. That could have ended in tears.
Yeah, could have ended in the wall there. Got another folk spectating, waiting for the race to start, as he could have lost a wheel. Very fast from Magus and Beckett, so really clean exit. I think it'll be a fast lap, could have picked up probably about a tenth maybe, due to that little dip in the gravel, but
yeah.
We'll see.
Question is, will he finish it?
Yeah. Maybe we've got to slow down.
There's your answer. There's your answer. 27, 28, 28.3. Great lap there for Vettel. Yeah, that's simply just to have a delta, and obviously he wants to go onto the mediums in a few minutes' time. So I wonder if anybody else could do that. Easton's invalidated his first lap on softs. Would have been a 28.4 anyway.
I've never really saw many folk do that for the delta. I mean, had Cuddy here at 124.7 there, so he went all out. You know, though he could potentially be going faster. Really held back a little bit just for the delta, as you say.
Quite a lot of invalidations on these guys' laps, I've got to say.
Yeah.
So not many times being set. Marshall was on a second lap at the moment. Good evening, Source. RSF1 Source in the chat. I'm fine. All good. I'm looking forward to a break on Friday, it must be said, but I'm still excited for the rest of this evening and for tomorrow. How are you, Toxic, as he asked the pair of us?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Yeah, it's good to be here to commentate on first. It's good to be in the league as well. I think Mr. Pigeon just came round on the mediums. Just about across the finish line as he goes round the last corner now. 125.5.
And that's definitely not holding back.
No. I don't think many people, I think quite a few people will be doing mediums. And then the softs might come back out again. That's what I saw in Austria anyway. We tried mediums. And then what we're going out, everybody wanted to soft really. That's how the race started, but we'll see as this one goes.
Yeah, 9.5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time, but we've only got 4 laps on the board. Obviously 2 that have held back, and 2 that have actually gone full pelt on the tyres that they want to start on. See how Aldaf gets on, who is pretty quick in the first session. He turns into, again, corner names out of my head at the moment, into the final chicane. Got to watch out for the curbs on the inside of both of those corners and on the exit, because that can throw your car. But into then a 25.2 beats Pigeon by 3/10 there. Good lap from
I'm watching
Adalf there.
XFR Turbo come round, big lock up in that corner there, but kept the speed through it. From the mediums as well, he'll be going P4, 125.6.
Decent. Might be in a bit of trouble, but very decent. Mid-C 24.7, and that was a few tenths slower than his Q1 time, so he's got a bit more in there, but that's... I would say he's definitely trying to get through on the softs there. Already has a big moment through turn 3, just managed to catch it. Evening, Scotsman. Fresh off his win from F5 last night, for anybody that watched it. If you didn't, there's your plug. Go and watch it if you want. Dyslexic is almost racing with Easton here through middle sector. Interesting. Don't know exactly what is going on here, but it's almost like they're going 2 by 2.
Yeah,
You see
bit,
this?
bit dangerous on qualifying. I don't want to sustain any damage.
I've then just seen an Alfa Romeo, I think of Vettel, who was weaving rather rigorously, almost crashed into the old pit lane wall
Yeah.
behind. So
RSF
now a lot
crossing the line. Up, just out there.
starting a lap.
Yeah. Gaining speed through the first, second, and the third. Oh, a bit deep in there. He's give up on that lap again. Save his fuel and go into another lap. Still got 6 minutes left. Plenty of time to hit for fresher tyres or wherever they want to go.
Both Rebels on the moment. Veloce is about to start a lap on the softs.
Yeah, they've also got
Say-
Easton out on these mediums. Just started his lap by look at. Interesting to see how fast
What do we
he goes
say?
with the mediums.
What are we saying looks like a cut-off point for the top 10? I'd say low 25. You have to be in the 24s to be safe, I think.
I think it'll be a 25 lap maybe.
Yeah.
I think the folk on the mediums could probably go faster.
Yellow flags ahead of Veloce, who's done a very decent first sector onto the old pit straight. Who, in my preference, I wish the track never changed. I wish we'd started at this point.
I think
That's
it'll
me
be.
being old-fashioned, possibly.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Easton having to using the toe of one of the Renaults down the straight there. See how
Very
he
nice
does.
through Meckets and Beckett's. AlphaTauri ahead of Veloce that might order up a little bit. It's Corey Marshall, but he's into the pits.
Easton going
Yeah, so
to
of course the-
P3.
24.9
The
on
mediums,
mediums.
that's fast. That's fast, yeah.
Jeez. Here comes
So-
Veloce, 24.7 on the soft. So these guys in Q1, or those guys that set like 24.5s, 25, 24.4s, a few tenths down on their laps in this session.
I think Easton should be good.
Alonso goes fourth on the medium 20, or also 24.9. Here's some quick times coming in now.
Alonso's looks like he's out of fuel as well, struggling to get the gears up there.
Oh, Hush has had an off. Hush on the medium tyres. Had an off on old turn 1 there. So that says everything, doesn't it? Even the top guys. There are a few corners around here that can catch you.
He's got to wait a little bit until he's back on. Two Mercedes are just about to pass him. Looks lucky though, he hasn't sustained any damage, should be all good. Just after that drive through the grass there, the tyres went a wee bit warm.
Rhombus, lovely turning into that corner there. Midzy getting well out of the way as he begins another lap, which Emily's first. I think he should be safe. There's a Rhombus 24.5. That's more like it. Right up where the top guys were doing, as Legends joins us on the back of the grid. Well, he will be at the back of the grid anyway.
King Cuddy coming out in fresh softs. Probably looking to go faster again. See how he does.
Evening, Timmer. Solid race from your. I know you had a pretty difficult race in F5 last time out, Timmer, which I felt ashamed to see. Hopefully you're doing alright. Hopefully you enjoy this race. Luke also saying there's not a lot of difference between the times in the divisions. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's what makes the racing so good. Alonso retiring in 5th place.
Must be confident.
Funny.
It's true, it'd be interesting to see if they end up coming back though. Still got 3 people. Still to do a lap, 2 and out lap, and it looks like Diggles just goes
24.6.
yes.
Yeah, the
Easton
Sync
looks like
clan.
Easton looks like
The
he's
Sync
just fitted a
clan
pair
are
of
very
softs.
quick tonight. Yeah, so everybody apart from Corey Marshall and Vettel are on the sauce. Corey Marshall, this is a bold decision from Corey. He's gone back out on a set of mediums. I presume the same set.
Yeah, it looks like Easton's about to come out in a fresh pair of softs now. It'll be interesting to see how fast he can go with the faster and fresher compound.
Yeah, this is a bold call from Corey Marshall because everyone else on the grid is on softs. So,
He won't have
I
enough
mean,
time
granted,
to...
if he can get through a medium, it's great, but I'll take my hat off if he does.
Yeah, it'll be tricky with the time's going right now. Most of them in soft. He won't have enough time to pit either, so he has to commit to doing this lap.
Adolf in the Ferrari doesn't improve on a lap, so you have to go again. Right, so who's going to be next? We've got a load of cars just about to begin their laps.
Yeah.
Oh, big slide for dyslexic from Magazabek. I think he's always backing off. Vettel's done, and he's in 10th, so 10th and best for him.
Midsy also out there invalidated and just came into the pit there. King Cuddy goes back to
24?
P1, yeah.
24-4. Go on, Cuddy. Right, so who's in trouble? Well, everyone's on a lap at the moment now.
Interesting to see where the bottom four.
Going round again.
It's like Aladaf. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Will be going for another lap now? Yeah, sorry.
No, he validated, he's done.
Yeah. So he could be potentially put out here. There's quite a few folks still doing laps right now. I mean, Easton for one of them, who's just started his lap.
No Shells goes to 8th. Might be quick enough, might not be. But this is the big one, Corey Marshall. Is this going to work out for him? He's got to get into the 24s, I'd say, to be certainly safe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Going through here. Bit slow, I think. I don't think he could be able to do it. Interesting to see. Oh, P7.
7th.
That's...
Is that going to be enough? Turbo's done, 13th.
People like Easton are still coming round. He's about to go through Magnussen Beckett's here. He'll be probably setting faster up. Easton validates and Magnussen Beckett's that by him. Interesting to see if he...
7th.
Interesting to see if Easton will go out here. If he goes out, that will change.
Trouble.
That will change everything up. Start
He's
further
got
back.
Hush. He's got Hush and Dyslexic, who are on laps. No, Dyslexic's done. Easton's safe.
Yeah, looks like
it's
it.
all down to Hush. Hush goes P3. Through, knocks no shells out. But purple last sector as well.
Yes. No.
So Easton, who invalidated on his lap, goes through by a 10th exactly.
Lucky,
breathing a sigh of relief.
Could have been close there. The
Unfortunate for no shells there. Very close. I think the person that might be the most disgruntled from that session is Dyslexic, starting with P15.
Yeah.
Because he was up there in Q1.
It's just the track can be half sometimes. We saw in Q1, a couple folk losing it, a couple crashes as well. I think it'd been really interesting though to see Easton if he started outside the top 10, possibly P11. It could have been interesting to see him make his way up. see what happens. But,
Yeah.
we'll see. I think he'll. So,
He made it. He made it though, and he's one of 3 people that went through on the medium tyres. So we got Sink Alonso, Corey Marshall, and Easton. Alonso looking very, very handy tonight in the Red Bull there, but still anybody's for pole position. 24-4 though from Kid Cudi puts his name into the hat. No shows. Very unfortunate there. Just missed out by a 10th getting into that top 10 session. Shame to see, but of course you are going to be starting 11th, which means you are highest of those that will be starting on fresh tyres. If it is dry, it is dry. Shall we get that question out the way?
Yeah, it's a dry race.
Okay, so in that case, good for you in some ways, because you can, as I say, start on fresh tyres.
Yeah, would be good open strategy. Hopefully, I can make it work.
Yeah. Is it where you expected to be tonight? Obviously, you know how quick Tier 1 is and how close it is. So it's kind of difficult to predict where you're going to be. But what were you thinking around here, Silverstone? Were you top 10 possible, or what were your thoughts heading into tonight?
I wasn't really expecting to be high because I haven't really done much practice, but it's quite a difficult track to do a traction, whatever, and I'll take 11th. I'm quite happy with it, but if I could have been higher, of course I want to be higher, but yeah.
Any questions from you, Toxic?
no. That's about it.
Oh, fair enough. What's your aim, no shows into this race? Again, obviously we know how close Tier 1 is, so the midfield pack's going to be very close, but I guess obviously keep your nose clean in the first lap or so, and points obviously could be on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, have fun in your race, and best of luck, and maybe we'll speak to you at the end of the race.
Yeah. We'll see you
Yeah.
later.
Good luck.
Thanks.
No shows.
Ben Midzi taking us through
Yeah.
the first lap. We'll see how fast he goes.
So right, heading into turn 1, nice and easy, flat up the turn, and absolutely perfect turn 2 as well. Turn 3, nicely stopped into 3rd gear, taking down to 2nd and 1st, and short shifting. That's how you're quick on no traction, because you just minimise the revs. And end of the first set to 26.8 is absolutely flying. Then into turn 6, kind of an awkward corner, the car kind of understeers, and you've got to be patient though, because you're heading onto this straight. Well, it's a curved straight, but it's completely flat. Right, old turn 1, is it gonna ease off? He doesn't. Car loses about 3 miles an hour as he goes through there, but completely flat on the throttle. Through Magnussen and Beckett's 6th gear through the middle, 5th on the exit. Absolutely perfect. Minute 1.3 middle sector. It was a very good lap so far, but how can he end it? End of the hanger straight, turn the car in. Car sticks with him, doesn't understeer wide. And now it's just the chicane, he's just got enough ERS left as well. Clips the curb nicely. Into the final corner, not a 23, but it's a 24.2. The fastest lap of the evening so far.
Mr.
Well done,
Pigeons
Mitzi.
was crossing now. He'll be going a second to 124.8. And third.
24.7 from Alonso. Diggles 24.9, but invalid.
Yeah,
Mercedes of Easton will be next. Goes second on a 24.5. That shows how quick that lap was from Mitzi Toxic.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
24.2.
Corey Marshall invalidate. I think he's going for fresher tyres again. Make sure he gets a good lap here. And I'm pretty sure the SYNC sync wellness. Sorry, pronouncing it wrong again. being validated as well, going for the fresher tyres.
Yeah.
If you want, you've got to be starting at the top. Get out of that first corner nice and easy and hopefully just get away. We'll try and build a nice little gap, but if one, it'll be hard.
Cuddy goes to second in the Williams, gets ahead of Easton, so matches pretty much to the fouls of what he did in Q2 there from Cuddy, so he's consistent.
Yeah.
Does he have a couple more attempts in there? I think that minty lap, that's going to be difficult to beat.
Aaron's a bit across the line.
Right,
No.
Rhombus, old turn one. Runs to go a little bit wide, but out. No. Yeah, I was going to say if that did invalidate him. He went so far away, clipped the grass as he turned in, and that obviously is not what you want. So Rhombus will be regrouping, as will Hush.
Yeah, that's Corey Marshall and that just coming back out again. They're looking to set some fast laps now.
What if Mitty's going on another lap? Ah, no, he's taken off ERS.
Yeah, she came across the line again. I was confused by it. I don't know if they were a tenth up or that or got faster, but 2 tenths up currently, Cuddy. I think the drivers right now can go faster. I think they'll closer to the end of Q3 we'll start seeing hopefully maybe a low 23. No, a high 23, sorry.
Possibly. I mean, I was on board that lap of Mitty. Oh, perfect! Hush! Oh, oh, that's the second time tonight he's done that already. Old turn one, already invalidated it, but came back on track. And they got a massive slide. Managed to catch it. Only just though from keeping it out of the wall. Ooh.
Currently Corey and Horse on the track currently, so wanting to get a nice clean lap with no traffic in the way. Interesting to see Corey makes it in this time without invalidating again. And the fresh tyres as well. Purple second sector there. Some tight through there.
Yeah, completely flat for old turn one. I remember a time where you have to go down like a gear or two.
Yeah.
These cars now very quick, big slide through there.
Kept it nice though, still going strong. Nice in the exit there. Keeping the speed going.
I think that's around middle sector, what Mitzi was doing.
Yeah. It's the biggest lap.
Into the chicane.
But they're a
Nicely
bit slow maybe, I don't know. Let's see. P4.
Yeah.
34.5, that's decent. We've got
A few attempts to loss in the final sector. I think you're right. I think he went a little bit too deep into that chicane.
yeah.
It was still pretty good, but I'm obviously comparing it to Midsy's time. Because I'm glad I was on board with that. It looked absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we've got the
Can anybody top it?
quite a few people coming back out now. Interesting. I mean, bottom 4 still to set a lap yet. It'll be interesting to see how they do. Rhombus will be looking to start his lap, already invalidated his out lap.
Yeah, all those that have yet to set a time, Hush, Rhombus, Veloce and Diggles, all out again on laps.
Yeah.
Obviously, I never like to be in this situation where you don't have a lap on the board, especially with 3 minutes to go, because it puts you under so much pressure. Because if you invalidate this time, like what Hush has done in his outlap there, you're starting 10th, 9th or 10th, and that is the kind of the worst place you really want to be, because you're not on fresh tyres and you're in the place where all the potential contact can happen.
Yeah, very vulnerable to the drivers behind as well. Rhombus going through a little lock up there. There we go though, keeping some speed through here. Interesting to see if people like Eastern and that come back out to maybe go faster. Midsy's back out again.
Ooh. Bit of a slide from Rhombus. Yeah, he's backed out again
Yeah.
from his lap.
He's got a time to get back around. He's got a bit faster, wouldn't be going so fast himself. That would be steady pace, try to keep the tyres in good nick.
It'll be interesting if we can get a sync 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Alonso just came out the old straight there. That looks like a little bit of a slide. They're going through Magnussen Beckett's and validated there. Bit wide in the first one, as I said. It's hit or miss really. If you don't get it, it can be harsh.
Yeah.
Interesting to see that the last is like Easton like they come back out again.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I
Midsy's
think everyone's
everyone's
just starting to head out now. Everyone on track.
Midsy invalidates in the first corner there. Should be safe though. I don't know if they'll go for another lap again. They've got enough time to get around the track again, but I would be going back in the pit. I think it'll be safe. Probably top 3.
St. Diggles looks to be on a good lap. Minute 1.3 in the middle sector is around about where Midsy was. Oh, slightly on the curb though.
Bit rough.
This is pretty good.
P2 though.
24.3.
Isn't fast.
Goes to second.
We've got
Who's going to be
Red
next?
Bull.
Hush.
Yep. Got a lock up there. And that curb in the entry there. Interesting to see how fast. P6.
24.5. 6th.
The Red Bull close, 2 Red Bulls side by side right now. Alonso's on a lap though. Looking to go faster.
I think Veloce's got 1 lap left. And they all do, because 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yep. Alonso much nicer from Magnussen Beckett's there. No validations this time. Looking
Rhombus is going to be next. Oh, just about get that valid there. Over
Midsy.
the last corner.
Midsy going again.
Rhombus, third.
Huss
goes to
is backwards in the old pit entry.
Okay. Oh, he must have had a spin somewhere.
Yeah. Should be good. I think he's good. Won't have enough time to go for another lap. Everyone's got a Renner
Who's
off
next?
in the first corner. Rhombus?
Yeah, Rhombus, he's just getting out of the way of everyone.
Ah.
Mr. Pigeon, last lap of the session, checkered flag is waved, and Pigeon goes to 7th on the 24.5.
Valence.
Next is gonna be Diggles, who is done. It's Cuddy, 2/10 up apparently in the middle sector. He's on course, but it's all down to this last sector. Big lock up in the chicane, runs it a bit deep. Is that gonna cost him?
Alonso coming
And on the
through.
curb as well.
Nice and
Oh,
fast for the chicane there. Across the
lost it all.
finish line. P8. I think guys aren't
Who's left?
top 3 anymore.
Oh, Easton, big spin. Big spin from the championship leader on through Magnussen Beckett's. His qualifying is done. Can Corey Marshall, who's just gone by him, capitalise?
Interesting to see. Getting fast for there. Nice and exit.
Only Corey Marshall can topple Midsy from the top spot. But can he get ahead of Easton?
Yeah, P1.
Oh, he can! He can take pole position! By 9 thousandths of a second, he nicks it on the last lap of the session.
I do feel like Corey could go faster. I mean, in the last chicane, I feel like he goes a bit too deep. I think he could maybe go a bit faster. I don't know if that's maths perspective or maths type, but that'll be us for U3.
3/10, just over, covering 9. 2/10 covering the top 5. Wow, wow, wow. A 9 thousandths between the top 2. Corey Marshall nicks it. Midsy was on for a second pole position in the row because he got it in Austria and won the race as well, but he's going to have Corey Marshall to contend with. And as I mentioned, because Easton was on the lap, but he had a big spin in Maggots and Beckett's, and obviously Corey must have seen that and thought, right, I can try and take advantage, get a few spaces between me and Easton, and potentially capitalise on it in a big way in this race. But he's got pole position, he's still got the race to go.
Yeah.
Perfect start.
Will be interesting. I mean, the championship leader, Easton, starting P6 now. See how he starts his race, hopefully.
Very close grid.
Yeah.
Very close grid. Anyone's still could see how there. And there's a lot of people that are frustrated. We saw on board with Cuddy, he was 3 tenths up and he lost, I think, all 3 of those tenths in the final 2 corners. So it'd be interesting to see where he could have been.
Yeah.
Quite a few others as well. But Corey Marshall, thank you for joining us, and well done on that pole position, taking it in the last lap of the session by 9 thousandths of a second. Very good lap from yourself. You broke the winning or pole streak of Midseek because he got it last time out, and you qualified a few positions ahead of Easton. Obviously, Lando's not here, so you can take advantage on that with a potentially good result. But you got a few places on Easton in that grid. I guess obviously, no offense to Easton, but were you smiling a little bit when he made that mistake right in front of you?
I actually didn't realise Easton was in front of me. I was on a good lap, so I was just trying to... I didn't know I was going to get pulled, to be fair. I've not actually normally that quick. That's 3 tenths faster than my TT, I think. I've just done there as well, so it was a really good lap, so... yeah, as long as I don't bit into cops in turn 1, in lap 1, I'll be quite happy.
Any question from you, Toxic?
Is your strategy just going to be, like, what's your strategy going to be for the race?
It's just going to be medium to soft, probably, if there's no safety cars, so an easy one soft for medium to soft, so yeah.
Right. Well, good luck for the race then.
Cheers.
Yeah, yeah, all the best to you. Maybe we'll see you at the end of the race. And let you
Hopefully.
get ready.
Cheers.
He's very happy with the first place, yeah.
Prost in the chat, where's Lando? Lando is unfortunately not racing tonight. I'm sure there's a valid reason, but yeah, he's missing from the grid. We got Sink Veloce, a new driver, in replacing him in the Mercedes. And yeah, Veloce is looking very, very quick, so it could be thorn in the side to many people on this grid. But what are your thoughts heading to this race, Toxic? Very competitive qualifying session.
It was very close through Q3 there. I think it'll be close. Just hoping through turn 1 there'll be no contact and that. Hopefully be clean. No incidents of that. I usually expect a safety car in a league race. It usually always happens. I just don't want it to happen right at the start. I usually like it mid-race, because then it lets it bunch back up and gets more exciting during the middle, near to the end as well. But it'll be very interesting, I think.
Should be good. If you had to put money on it, who would you say would win this race?
Corey Marshall was very surprising there. I think him, Midze might have a good fight up the top. But then I think Marshall could take it to the win there. I think Easton also be hunting down for the victory again for his championship points.
Obviously, the key is going to be, because as Corey mentioned, he's on the medium tyre. He's obviously doing the same strategy as a few people have done this week, mediums to softs. See how that works out. Again, the start's going to be key. He's on that pole position, but he's going to have the soft guys climbing all over the back of him. He's got 4 very hungry, very fast drivers behind him, all itching for a win. And of course, the only way they can win is get ahead of Corey and stay ahead of Easton, both on those medium tyres, and get a gap. So obviously, as you say, safety car could change absolutely everything. So this could be very interesting indeed.
The old straight and that, there was quite a few folk who unfortunately crashed, spun out in that. So it'll be interesting to see if that in that happens in the race as well. It could affect the race as well, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright, take us through our 19 driver grid, Toxic.
So we've got Legend starting in P19, Mansell, who unfortunately spun in the old straight, P18. Zezus, P17, who unfortunately got knocked out, if I believe right, by Tom, who's in P16 currently, the Ferrari. We've got Dyslexic in P15, XFR Turbo P14, RSF1 Vettel starting in P13. Sorry, Aldef, I pronounced that again, sorry. Aldalf, sorry, starting in P12. No Shozy, sorry for pronunciation again. P11, I'm very bad with the names, sorry.
That's alright.
Alonso, P10 after what could have been a good Q3, but unfortunately didn't turn out that way. Hush, two Red Bulls starting right beside each other. He's starting P9. Valence, Sync Valence, P8. Mr. Pigeon Munch, P7. Easton, Championship leader, P6. Kid Cuddy, who was taken first but then ended up in P5 now. Rhombus, P4. Digdale's P3, Midzi P2, and the leader of the race currently, Corey Marshall, starting P1. It'll be interesting to see this race go.
Yep, here we goes.
All I'm hoping for here is a nice clean into turn 1. Hopefully everybody makes it out. No damage in that. All the best for all the drivers out there.
Yep. Had a few incidents in the first lap this week from the other tiers. Let's see whether tier 1 can show them how it's done. As you can see, all those on the medium tyre from 13th downwards on medium tyre. No one hards, no one taking that gamble yet. But let's see, 26 laps of the British Grand Prix, the home of the British Grand Prix in Silverstone, as we rate for 5 red lights on the gantry, for 3, 4, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go. Can Mitzi get a good start ahead of Corey Marshall? I think Corey Marshall's actually going to keep the lead. He does, but Diggles has gone into second place. He's got ahead of Diggles. There to be challenging Corey Marshall as they head into turn 3. A little bit of bumping and boring, but no one spinning sideways, although Legends had a very, very slow start. He's 8 seconds off the pack. Something must have happened there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He just he started to race, he just braked in the middle of the track. Don't know what happened, but see if he can make it back up. Very close up here though.
But Corey Marshall retained the lead, crucially, ahead of everyone in the soft guys. Mr. Pigeon has a good start. He's up 2 places, up ahead of Easton's dropped back. He's dropped back to 9th. There's a Williams of Cuddy keeping ahead of Hush there. Through old turn 1, although Hush looking through Mancus and Beckett's. Big slide. We got Veloce behind also looking. So very clean lap so far from tier 1. Only Legends who had a slow start, as you said, Toxic.
Yeah.
Being very good.
Dyslexic seems to have M plate damage, and Mansell's got past him really easily there. He'll probably pitting. It'll be interesting to see what Dyslexic does here. Yeah, he's gone for the pit right now. Yeah.
Rory Vadolf was looking at the back of Alonso as
and Tom also pits with him.
Filter through. Yeah, Dyslexic with wing damage. He's gone to the tyres. As Brezina's out. He's retired already. Okay.
Interesting. I thought he had a good start. He was close in that bit. Investment. Easton's dropped to 8th from 6th from the starting that at Easton. Down 2 places. Oh wait.
He got caught out.
I think it's changing
That's
again.
the timing pages. Yeah, that's the timing pages. It'll sort itself out. But yeah, currently you got Diggles climbing all over the back of Marshall, but he's got to watch out for Mitzi behind. Diggles nearly lost it through turn 4. Diggles has got Diggles. Dyslexic's got a long way to go onto the hard tyres. It's the best thing you could do really from that situation.
He'll be hoping for a safety car. Looks like he spun.
Oh, he's spun it come out the pits. As I was saying, those hard tyres are god awful just to get up to temperature.
Yeah, hopefully I can get on quick. Redeem that. Down this straight, there's a bit of a gap between 9th and 10th here.
Big train of cars.
Yeah.
Very numb.
So the early doubles just sorted itself out there.
Oh! Oh, Veloce.
You're an
Veloce
Easton.
looked up on the inside of Hush. Going side by side for the final corner. Rubbing her tyres.
Let's
On the
check
outside
it.
of
Oh,
turn one. Hush gives room. Oh!
oh, it's very tight there. This looks like still fighting though. Still fighting this through. Oh, Midzi.
Mitzi
Oh, a bit close there. Bumping it as
decides
well.
to get involved in this battle with Veloce and Hush, and has hampered Hush a little bit, but Hush is going to have a run
People got this
on Mitty Bidet. No, Easton behind is having a look.
Close.
Easton trying to go around the outside of Hush, but couldn't get it done. Mitzi, I don't know whether he had contact with Diggles, but they were close through turn 2 there.
It doesn't look like he's got any damage. Seems alright.
This train all the way
Looking
back
at
to Mansell and 15th.
Yeah, it's very close. Always, as always in Div 1. Very good drivers in that.
I feel like something must have happened because Diggles is now off the back of Corey Marshall.
Whoa.
Oh, big contact, big crash.
Oh, 2 folk out.
Adolf and Zizou, virtual safety car called.
One car right in the middle of the track there.
Brewmakers and Beckers, loads of damage there. What has happened there? My only guess is that
Yeah, that's the top.
my only guess is Adolf.
Oh,
There's a few guys who are in the pits, Pigeons in the pits.
it's very
It's gonna
unfortunate for Adels and Zinks. I can't really make up any positions from the start, but
Mitzi in the pits as well. What's it going on to? Medium tyres. Hush on the pits as well. He's on the hards.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he would try to take
Mediums
them hards to the end. I mean, they could potentially go to the end if
Hards
he keeps
can.
them, yeah, if he keeps them well, yeah.
Hards can, but what about Mitzi on the medium tyres?
It'll be interesting.
18?
No,
that's not 18. 22.
Yeah.
I mean, they're taking advantage of the virtual safety car, which I'm amazed that's not a full safety car.
Yeah, the car
Let's
is right.
get that out of the way.
The car is right in the middle of the track there with the full safety car. Easton's made his way back up to P6 now. After that, it looked like a bad start. Oh, got a car off, Legends.
That's very
Straight into the
far
barrier.
into. That's very far into the infield there. That's a little bit. I'm not gonna say.
You never know.
All I'm gonna say is I'm amazed he's crashed there.
Diggle's going for
That's a shame for
Marshall.
Legends.
Getting
Oh,
close here. Interesting to see how they come out. Still looking for that. Overtakes on as well. Oh, late braking in
the
there.
lunge. Got a
Lock up
lunge.
in
Corey
that.
Marshall gives in the room. Give me a good camera angle. Here we go.
Great racing from both of them. Both keeping on the track.
Eagles just got to clear, and he does.
So Marshall dropped back a little bit there. Wasn't for the risk. He'll probably.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, he should be able to catch him in the DRS here. He's got 80, yeah, almost 90 and overtakes, so bit of high overtakes been put on, DRS is now activated. Well, we're going for the move, for the lunge, yep, he's going for it.
Oh. Oh. See, the thing is with Corey, he doesn't really need to do this.
Yeah,
Try and obviously keep Diggles under pressure. If you can make the move, yes. But the strategy that he's on, he's just got to stay with these guys and stay ahead of nearest rival Easton and Alonso on the same tyres.
he should be good. See how they take it through here.
Daddy, yeah, through Magnus and Beckers is not going to help. As Marshall ducks to the inside. And Diggles
Takes it right back again. Very close at the top here.
I actually have a theory what Marshall might be doing. He's trying to wear out Diggles' tyres, maybe that little bit more.
But it's smart.
Diggles sets the fastest lap of the race.
It's really smart. I mean, good for Corey as well. Good to see how this goes though. Got a lot of lockups into that corner there. White smoking into the sky. Rhombus locking up again. Could be under pressure from Cuddy here.
Yeah.
Cuddy's got the overtake
got
on
DRS
that.
low.
Turned it off there. I think he's gonna just in that.
All this train of 5 cars at the back of it is the new driver Veloce, who's really getting stuck into these grid of drivers.
Yeah, he's just second nicely.
Still got Easton and Alonso, and even Vettel there in the Alfa Romeo, looking very handy. Turbo not too far behind. They're still again. They're just trying to keep up with these guys on the softs because they'll be pitting, even with that virtual, probably pitting the next few laps, I would think.
Yeah.
As Diggles had a moment, I think he's under real pressure. Corey Marshall's got by him, as is Rhombus. So Diggles had a big moment past Mangus and Beckett, and Rhombus is into second.
Yeah, right at the back.
Corey Marshall again keeps the
12
lead.
and 13. Midsey and Hidgen are both on a little bit of a fight. I mean, Midsey should be getting away from him in the fresher and the better tyre here, but well, looks like he's getting away now.
Diggles again! Diggles again, what is going on with him?
And Cuddy.
Wide again. Veloce. Oh, thought better of it. What's going on with Diggles? And Veloce is now under pressure from Easton, who's looking right on the outside. Teammates here. And Easton's going to make it all the way round.
We'll take it out, yeah. Easton's ahead, yep. McLaren.
Zakharov for turn 2.
Mansell. Straight back on the shot, yeah. Interesting.
Look.
Midsey.
Mercedes again. Veloci's got back past Easton.
Midsey's just got the fastest lap there, 1:28.2.
I don't know what happened to Diggles there, because he had a moment at the end of Magnus and Beckett's and then again at the last corner. And Dyslexic's called it a day.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Unlucky for him. And the other 5 drivers at the back. And Butler again through there. Diggles looked like he ran a bit wide, could be under pressure from Alonso. Also with a free second time penalty, Diggles ran a little bit wide there. Very close still. Top 7.
Still got a train of cars.
Yeah.
Top 7 still covered by just over 3 seconds on lap 8.
Yeah.
Very close stuff.
Dyslexic. That car got in the way there.
Yeah.
The car was pulled off. I think that affected Rhombus. Looks like they got a bit of...
Veloci's got a run on Sync Diggles.
Yeah, make that move.
Diggles seems to be struggling on this set of tyres. Maybe they've run out. Was there damage there? No, but Veloci's through.
So good. No damage.
Diggles maybe looking to get back in.
Yeah, nice and fast. Yeah, just takes it through here. It felt like a bit slow through there. Could have went flat out. Easton's now getting closer and closer to Diggles.
It's at dead end, I think, at the same time. I think these softs are starting to wear out now. This is where the medium's going to come into play.
Yeah, Diggles was a bit slow through there. Giving Easton more chances to catch up and pick up in positions.
Yeah, they're going to be pitting now.
This isn't very
Don't
clean.
like it.
Very clean racing so far.
Yeah. Fortunately, we're down to 14, which is a shame. But and obviously we got those that pitted early. Still fascinated about Midsey, whether he can hold those mediums to the end.
It would be. That would be interesting if he could. The 2 McLarens, 11th and 12th there. They're looking to get into the points.
I Out of all the guys on the softs though, Toxic, I feel like Diggle seems to be struggling the most.
Yeah, he doesn't seem as fast
Don't know why that
anymore.
would be.
Maybe Marshall did have a plan to wear his tyres and it started working. No penalty there. 3 seconds.
Yeah, there's a few penalties going on. Thank you very much for watching, the viewers. 31 viewers watching so far in this intriguing race at the moment. Still the top 7 covered within a second of each other.
I feel like Diggles is going slower through that old race, old start corner there. That area as well.
Ooh,
Yep,
cut the corner.
Yeah, I think he's struggling. I think he should be pitting soon. Going fresher tyres, hopefully going faster. I think I have to go pitting soon.
See if anybody does. Starts to be clouding over a little bit, but we did hear it was a dry race.
Yep, there goes Cuddy.
As Diggles and Cuddy pit.
Yeah, nice and close there. There's a bit of gap in the field. Yeah, that's a window
Are
open.
they going to come out of those that are pitted? That's my question.
Interesting.
This is a very slow pit lane. Now, I don't think they're going to get out ahead of Midzi.
No, it looks like
There's Midzi.
maybe close. It's like they're all by easily.
Yeah, Midzi's got him. It's that virtual safety car. They're even behind Pigeon, who's definitely going to the end on hards.
Yes. I think some drivers will be hoping
By
for.
quite a way, actually.
Hush,
Oh, Hush is gone.
I don't know what happened, if he just gave up.
Turn 1?
I think he just retired, because now
one
the car's still moving, so I think he just retired.
I can't be on board with anybody. That is a weird retirement.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the map, but he wasn't in the pit either, so
We're down to 13.
yeah. Still very close racing up front though.
Rhombus.
Yeah,
Rhombus has got to run. Corey Marshall defending around the inside. Rhombus tried to go right around the
Ooh,
outside,
close
but
there.
better of it, because he was going to pit anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna now.
Veloce in as well.
Right.
Oh, Rhombus. It's been in the pit lane. That's going to cost him hugely.
Easton up to second place now. Yeah, we're looking for that overcut and folk that are pitting now. And he's got clean yet to race with.
Where are they going to come out?
Corey's built a good gap
See-
though from Easton and that. He's
See, Midzi's going to lead this race.
I'm just trying to
Oh,
get
again.
a view of what's happening with that Red Bull. It should be like
That
standing
Red
middle
Bull
of
is
the track there.
it's off the racing line, I think.
Yes. It's,
Oh no, on the
ooh,
racing line now. That is
That was
weird.
close. Turbo almost collided with that there, that was close. That might be a nuisance for some drivers that are trying to catch up now.
That is a real pain.
That could affect the race massively now. Drivers getting held up.
Rhombus,
gone really
meantime,
slow.
just got out
Yes,
ahead
sitting
of
right in
Kid
the racing
Cudi.
line on that corner there, Christ. The McLaren's having to avoid it there. Yeah, it's just
Unfortunately, this is something we can't really control, and it's really annoying.
be interesting to see why or how he did retire.
Coasting round.
It's annoying. It will be annoying for drivers at the back.
I have seen this before. I saw this in a race of France. They just coast like 5 mile an hour back to the pits.
Yeah, I mean,
So it will go, but
Mansell.
all the time it's on.
Easton and Alonso still out. We'll see when they'll pit.
Yeah, no shells on fresh soft tyres, just trying to extend that stint as long as he can.
Yeah. Yellow flag.
Oh, it's teleported right back to the start.
It's in the
This
pit.
is...
Let's just hope it stays there this time.
Oh, it's in the pits. Yeah, it's in the pit now.
Yeah, looks like it's just staying there now. And cut it with the fastest lap, 1:27.3.
Yeah, it's in the slipstream, but also the dirty air of Rhombus.
Yeah.
See, they've pitted, and there's still 2 seconds. You can see the Haas in front of them on hard tyres. Now, you got to think that Pigeon is going to the end.
Yeah.
Should be able to catch him.
That virtual safety car did do McLarens starting to have a favour really. Just,
Well, Mansell's yet to pit, but it's done a massive favour for Midzi. But still, the question remains: can Midzi take those mediums to the end? I don't think he can.
been interesting.
That'll be that would be 22 laps at the end of the race on mediums.
Mansell still out. Alonso behind Easton there.
Oh.
I thought they were getting close there. Alonso got a little bit of a bad exit there, but he's still.
These three, because they've gapped Vettel. Vettel is 4 seconds down the road. These three are the next piece in the jigsaw, I think, Toxic, because obviously they'll be on soft tyres as Rhombus and Kid Cudi battling here for 10th. They're the chasing pack on the mediums. They've already pitted.
Yeah. Alonso sounds like he's locking up there. It's all good though, kept it nice.
Veloce and Diggles, both of the Sync clan battling as well. No Shoals pitted and has come out 13th.
Looks like Cuddy might have a run on Rhombus here. Yep, he's going to go move. Yeah. Oh, Rhombus gets ahead. Oh, Rhombus goes off a little bit there.
Oh.
Good racing around the side there. Rhombus takes still ahead. Cuddy will have the run though. Overtake was on, now off. Oh, Rhombus keeps the position. Good racing from the two.
Good defence.
Yeah.
Very good defence. But the only problem with this is, as good as racing this is, they're holding each other up.
Yeah.
Because they're losing time to the... Technically their target ahead is Pigeon, and then those leading the race currently on softs. They're just losing time all around, but Cuddy's going to have a good run. Not close enough, I don't think. No.
Back off a little bit there. Maybe into this. Very low in the RS, on like 20%. Still got 12 laps left. Interesting.
Jake Moore in the chat saying if he's on a wheel he can do it, but it'll be tight. Apparently that's reference to Midzi.
Yeah,
Whether he can go to the end.
Cuddy got much closer there after that straight in that. It was a bit wide there on a lock up. I don't think his tyres any good. See if Cuddy can get it this time. Much closer, but looks at it. Overtake on DRS or and fly by. Yeah, a nice easy move for them.
Yeah,
Rhombus
nicely done.
might still fight that out. And I can just let it go now. Pitching on the hard though.
I think Pigeon, because didn't he get caught up earlier in something. I think he's just... Oh no, he pitted normally. He pitted normally on the virtual safety car, so maybe he knows.
Mansell pitted
Or
there.
he's in.
Yeah.
Right. So he will drop behind those on mediums, won't he?
Yeah, it looked like that, yeah.
I would say.
It'd be interesting. That virtual safety car did change. It went up. Get a few drivers from the back are picking up.
It's all 3 second time penalty. Where are the guys on mediums? This is actually going to work out really good for Corey Marshall. He might get out ahead of Pigeon. There is the Alpha
close.
Tauri just coming out. Side by side with Rhombus. So this has worked out pretty good for Marshall, as long as he can keep his nose clean out of everything. Running side by side with Rhombus! Light contact. And that's going to put him under pressure from Veloce.
Veloce, sorry.
Veloce nicks up on the inside. I think Diggles had a moment behind. Rhombus is not
And again.
sit down and take it.
Close
Veloce good on the brakes. But that's worked out brilliantly for Corey Marshall, because now he's on softs and he's got his first target, Cuddy, who's only a second ahead of him. And then he's got Pigeon, who's on hards. He should easily get by him. And then he's got Midzi, who's trying to get on the end on very warm mediums. as Easton and Alonso pit.
And yeah, turbo's in as well. DRS chain back here.
So where's Easton and Alonso going to come out? They're going to come out right in this train.
Yeah, but
Actually, they were
close race again.
a couple of seconds behind Corey, weren't they? So they'll be behind this train. There is Easton. There is Alonso.
Oh,
Rest go flying through. And there goes Easton. So his first target's going to be Diggles at the back of this train. So those two are going to be ones to watch.
still got 3 at the top as well. We need to pit soon. 2 McLarens.
Cuddy getting a run on Pigeon. Pigeon's a sitting duck here because here comes Corey Marshall as well. We thought better of it, but Cuddy's got a car
Oh,
in between here. But look at the grip of the sauce. He's trying to think of go around the outside, but couldn't.
they've met
Gets the
that.
switch back on the exit.
That move should be easy. Oh,
No, he doesn't know where to put the car. He's
Interesting here.
just
Oh,
fit the
bad
gap
contact
in.
there.
No.
I thought we could buy and nailed straight there. Very interesting. Pigeon looks like he's losing. Oh, little slide to Pigeon there.
Can you invite Diggles back to the session, please?
The goose.
Sig Diggles will be on recently played.
Right.
As Corey's just flown past Pigeon Munch. Velocity's going to have a look at them as well. Oh, no. Gap was always going to close. Stuck the nose in. Oh, that was a bit of a... looked like a bit of a rushed attempt of an overtake there from Veloce.
I didn't see where
I'm
Vettel
afraid.
will come out at.
He was behind Alonso and Easton, so he'll be, he'll come out 10th, I think. No. Come up behind Veloce and Turbo.
Oh, Alonso.
Yeah, so
Bit wide there. What happened to him there?
he's trying to get past Diggles, this car. And this is a real shame for St. Diggles. He invited him.
Yeah, I bet him back, yeah.
Yeah, it's an AI car, it's just swooped by from Alonso, but that's cost him time to Easton ahead.
Wait him again, just make sure he got an invite.
As Veloce and Turbo now running side by side. So now Veloce is under real pressure from both Alfa Romeo drivers. Rubbing tyres. Turbo and Veloce pushing back. Is Veloce, they're going to go side by side through the old turn one.
Vettel taking advantage of this and getting really close now. Very
Vettel,
close.
don't stick your nose in, it's
Oh.
alright. Oh, more tyre rubbing,
Oh.
pushing and shoving. Oh, and again, a
Oh.
big hit from Turbo. Off goes Veloce.
That's
That was getting a bit too feisty.
Yeah, very interesting. I think that could be a penalty. Coming his way.
We'll leave that to the end if we don't deal with stewarding.
Yeah.
Looked a bit rough, that's all I'm going to say, as Corey Marshall has got by Cuddy. So now he's got 4 seconds to catch the 2 McLarens, who one of them, Mansell, is still on 17 lap mediums and hasn't pitted. And obviously Minty's trying to get to the end. Mansell's the only one that has pitted, only one that hasn't pitted yet.
I think he should put some. Surely be losing time and. Got a lot of wrong boosters that are moving Pigeon here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fast back there. Lock up. Oh, Easton as well.
Easton. Oh,
His Diggles back.
bit of a elbow on Pigeon there, kind of leaving the space open, but got through.
Yeah. Easton might be going for the run bus now. Much fresher tyres as well. Flat out
Don't
through
know
there.
what don't know what the chat thinks about the Veloce move there, but yeah, definitely went for a gap that was always going to close. As Easton, you could see
CC gotta get
see
by
the
here.
see the difference in the soft tyres.
Yeah, flying by here surely. Yep, there we go.
Oh,
Nice and
I was
easy.
trying to defend, but you can't. You can't against softs. You
Nah.
can't. They're so quick.
Easton were looking to catch Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so
He's got Cuddy next.
It's a
1.5
sev-
seconds to Cuddy.
7/10th gap. He's overtake on as well. He's really pacing now. Interesting how Mansell is still going in these tyres. Really must be ruined.
Is he maybe testing them out for his teammate? Doing a little bit of research.
Yeah, it could be. So McLaren's up top now. Does look like he's struggling for. Looks like he's struggling for grip in the exits. Doesn't look like he's carrying enough speed through there.
Yeah, you've got the two Alfa Romeos and St. Niggles and No Shows battling over 12th there.
Yeah,
I think
shame
the only battles.
Diggle's disconnected.
Is it just me and Toxic, or is Corey Marshall not closing on the top two as quick? He's not even gaining away from Cuddy as much as I thought he would.
Well, I wouldn't really say he has to rush it. I mean, Mansell, no, sorry, Midzy might be taking the others, goes Mansell into the pit now. I think it should be really easy catch Midzy. Don't know if really have rush, but anyway, trying to pull away from Cuddy as well.
Better with a time penalty behind his teammate Turbo.
Yeah.
Battling Easton is still flying, fastest lap of the race. So Easton is not that far away from Corey Marshall at all.
Cuddy will be having DRS here, yep, on Marshall. The closer he can get. It's 9 tenths back, it's only 8 tenths now. With a lock up in there.
We'll have to do penalties in a lap or so.
Yeah.
To Alfa Romeos again, Vettel up on the inside of Turbo. Back into 8th place. As Turbo has a massive lockup behind him. Blimey. I have to say, Pigeon is doing quite a good job on those hard tyres, Toxic.
Yeah, he's
I thought he would drop.
I thought he'd be back.
Thought he would
as
drop
well.
that further.
Yeah. Well, keeping up now, only 6 laps to go. Hopefully, can keep his position. I mean, Alonso and that probably be hunting down. Try to get them positions up. The 8th tenths behind Marshall now.
He's stuck with him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Corey Marshall can't shake him off.
Marshall with the fresher tyres as well. Minzy must be taking these tyres to the end. It'll be interesting. See how that goes.
He's definitely going to the end of them.
Yeah.
Not too stopping. Because if he pits now, such of the closeness of everyone still, he would fall to 12th. So he's definitely trying it.
Yeah, the McLaren's pitting again. Yeah. I don't know.
I think he disconnected, and then this the AI's pitted him again.
Oh, that'll be annoying.
Can you do penalty check for me, please?
We'll go through drivers, aye.
Yeah, go for the drivers.
Right. So I'll go to race director then, go on the names of that, how do they?
I have to do it myself. Corey Marshall
Yeah.
actually just got a penalty himself.
If you could do it.
Race director, and then click on each name and then go down from there.
Right. Just figure this one out. Sorry. I can't seem to figure this out, sorry. Warning. Right, I got it. Midday seems clean, only got a 1 warning. Corey Marshall only seems to have warnings as well, keeping nice and clean.
Didn't he recently got a penalty? I just saw it come up.
Correct, I'll check again.
Sorry.
Penalty plus warning, yeah, you got a penalty there.
Alright,
Cuddy
so
still
that's key.
gave a penalty plus 2 warnings as well. Cuddy's got 2 penalties. You get 2 warnings now as well.
Easton.
What's this? Easton, penalty plus warning, yeah. Penalty plus warning again. He's looking rough.
Oh. So he's on 2.
Yeah. Rhombus is a 5-second time penalty currently, and a penalty plus warning. So
When did Rhombus get that 5-second penalty? What lap was it?
that was lap 10.
And he's been on 10 laps. Yeah, that would be served, so
Yeah.
ignore that, it's just the others.
Pigeon is clean, only 2 warnings. Alonso is 2 warnings as well. Vettel, penalty plus warning, and another penalty plus warning, so not too good for him. Turbo's kept it clean, not 1 warning. Valencia has a penalty and 1 warning currently. No Shozy has a penalty. Yeah, a penalty and a warning. Close for him.
Right.
Mansell has penalty warning, currently on 2 warnings as well. Quite a lot of warnings from Mansell.
Oh.
And is that us? Yeah, the rest of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Alright, thank you. So in terms of the leaders, remember what you said. So Mitzi's clean at the moment, so that's good. But these 3, Corey, Cuddy, and Easton, are all catching him, but they have penalties themselves.
Yeah.
So Corey has 1. Did you say Cuddy has
I
2?
think he had 2, I
Or
believe.
just the 1? Yeah, and then Easton has 2. So Easton and Cuddy are clean, so this is a battle for 3rd, and Easton is all over the back.
Yeah.
Still, Mitzi is
Cuddy.
keeping this battle because Corey is not really catching on those softs, and in fact, he's got the attention of Cuddy right behind him.
He's building quite a lot of ERS right here. Try to catch up, but he's 3 times now, it's getting much closer. See how that one goes for him. It's Mansell, I'm pretty sure just set the fastest lap, fresh softs, on 27th lap.
Both Alfa Romeos are doing musical chairs at the moment. Each lap they go by.
Yes,
Oh, pigeon
Pigeon.
time penalty, no.
shame. He's doing really well right now.
He was gonna get ahead of Rhombus because of how clean he was, but
Yeah, Cuddy's right in the back of Corey right now, he's probably looking for the overtake here. ERS is open now, DRS now. Marshall trying to shake him a little bit. It's worked, yeah. Still not got it yet.
no.
Very tight.
And the last question I have is Mincy's tyres going to hold up? They seem to be managing the gap at the moment,
He's still at that
but
3.
they must be near puncture territory.
Yeah, he's still at that 3 seconds. Hopefully, for him, it'd be really good if he could keep them. I mean, if Cuddy can get in front of Corey, I think they pull
those back
close as
tyres.
well.
Easton, time penalty.
Ooh.
That's going to cost him. He's now on 3. So that's 9 seconds. That'll lose him. That'll drop him behind Rhombus.
Pigeon
and
going for
Pigeon.
Rhombus right now. Oh, very
On
close.
hard
through there.
tyres as well.
Yeah, he's doing really well with that hard
Amazing
tyres.
on them.
I don't think they'll be so good through here. Just keep them really well.
2 laps to go.
Yep,
And
very
gap
interesting.
at the top, 3.6 seconds.
I don't really think they'll catch him unless Middy makes a mistake. Hopefully not. It'd be good to see him
And then
get a little bit of
All I
win here
would-
or points.
all I would say is, oh my god, look at that rear tyre.
Yeah, Christ.
Jeez. Tell by how dark they are. Diggle sets the fastest lap, then leaves the session. He's had real trouble today. Yeah, those rear tyres look awful on mid-sea, and the gap is going down. 3.3.
So it's time to try to keep on the track. Try and keep that lead as well. I mean, it's quite a big gap to get in almost 1 lap now, 1.5 laps. Yeah, it'll be close. I mean,
Wouldn't it be horrible? I'm not trying to commentate, Curse, but wouldn't it be horrible if he has like a Hamilton situation on the last lap?
be a shame as well because they don't have that big gap that he had from Verstappen at that time. But they've caught almost 4 times from that. Oh, come back up again. It's interesting. Marshall looking like going a little bit wide there. I think Cuddy might try now. The final lap is 18% ERS. I think he might be going for a move. Diggle's joining back. Turbo. It's the first penalty that he has.
Yeah. I think Minty might have this. It's all down to this last lap now. And Easton behind. I'm afraid Easton, I think it's going to drop quite a bit.
Easton, yeah,
Because-
if Easton can.
But he's got 9, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not looking good for him today. Championship leader.
I'll drop him behind Rhombus and Pigeon.
5-second gap
My
for
maths are
Easton,
correct.
so. Yeah, Cuddy's getting closer and closer now. That's 3 tenths.
But even if Cuddy passes Corey's got second place.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying though. I don't know if
Mitty has half a lap.
Easton's getting closer
Half a
yet
lap's
again.
good.
Not going to do him much, but
Is that,
Mansell.
are my eyes deceiving me, or is it? I can't tell. The camera's gone off of it. I thought he had a puncher, and he doesn't. I thought he had a puncher because one of the wheels were vibrating.
Yeah.
They're all vibrating, to be honest.
Intervals aren't popping up anymore. This is certainly close. Looks like Midzi will be taking this one home for the win.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Yeah,
He's
should
just
do.
got 2 more corners to go. These 3 still battling, but they're all kind of staying station. But Midzi,
Yeah.
despite everything, he's done it. He has won the British Grand Prix ahead of Corey Marshall.
Ooh.
Second, Kid Cudi third. Is Easton going to hand on to fourth? He spun across the line.
Easton's 5th right now.
Pigeon to fourth.
6th.
No, Alonso to fourth. Alonso to fourth. Pigeon 5th. Easton 6th. Rhombus 7th. Then the 2 Alphas are Turbo and Vettel. And then Veloce is, I think, going to hang on to 10th. Yes, she is. But at least picks up a point, but could have been much longer. But Midzi, well
Didn't see
done.
much in Midzi that race, but it's very well done from him. 22 lap old mediums must have been hard, but kept it well.
I have to admit, under the radar, I didn't think he could do that.
Neither.
22 laps on the medium tyres.
I don't think
Well done.
I was expecting a puncture of some sort. If there was a couple more laps, I think Corey and Cuddy might have been behind a bit. Corey starting P1 and you're on P2, so
And that is Midzi's second win in a row. He won in Austria last time out. I think Alonso the game's driver of the day, but make sure to vote on the Twitter. On our Twitter page of what or who you would like to be from the options that are given. On the person that runs the Twitter account. I've got my thoughts if they are an option. But what a race, Toxic. What do you think first time out?
yeah, it was a very interesting race. That virtual safety car at the start changed it up. I personally think it's been a safety car. I mean, the car was right in the middle of the track almost. I didn't see what happened with these two drivers through Maggots and Beckett, so interesting to see, hopefully sometime soon, what happened with them. But very good race from Midzi, 22 lap old tyres bringing it home. Corey and Kid Cuddy, tight race from then. Penalties. Turbo kept it clean, which was interesting until the second last lap, but it was a very good race from them all. Kept it nice. Most of it was very clean as well.
Yeah, very clean racing. Midzi and Alonso penalty free. That's why Alonso jumped up, because he had no penalties compared to everyone.
Yeah. Good.
So, in terms of the championship as well, Corey's gained, well, he's gained on Lando especially, because he'll still be behind Lando. So,
Yeah.
effectively, actually, Easton, despite, I guess, a difficult-ish race compared to his usual standards, in 6th. Still extends his championship lead, but over Lando. So at least it's something, but
Very
shows how
close.
competitive this is.
Yeah, it's very close.
Right. Here's the screen that I want to go. So, well done to the top 3. Make sure you tick the box. I believe you guys have been here before, so I should know what to do. So in terms of the questions, if I do third, you do second toxic, and I do the winner.
Right, go.
Cool. So third place to Kid Cuddy in Williams. Yes, neutral, but yes, you drive for Williams. I drive for Williams. A great result. Definitely approve of that drive. I think you said in qualifying, and I noticed on your qualifying lap there, Cuddy, you were a bit frustrated because you lost a few tenths in the final few corners. Who would have known? You might have even got pole position, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But still, solid qualifying from yourself and a very solid race from yourself. Looked a frantic battle that you were involved in, especially that train of cars at the beginning. Take us through what it felt like.
Sorry, I just got back from the toilet. Yeah, the train at the start. Yeah, I saw that they were top 4, top 5 were really battling hard with each other. Midzy spun, and it kind of slowed us down a little bit, to be honest. But to try to keep it clean. Unfortunately, I got 2 penalties in like the first 5 laps, which was made it harder for the rest of the race to really push. And then had a good battle with Corey at the end, and with Easton catching me behind. It's really hard to pass though down the straight unless you've got loads of ERS spare. But yeah, it's nice to be finally on the podium, and hopefully I can carry on.
Is that your first podium?
This season, yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, jeez. But it just shows how competitive the F1 tier is, isn't it? It's so close. Anybody in the entire grid can be on the podium or even win at a certain point. So yeah, first podium season. Well done.
Thank you.
But yeah, what do you think about the next Grand Prix, Hungary? Completely different track to this track we just done, Silverstone. Tight and twisty. What are your thoughts heading towards it?
I can't wait for this race. It's like my one race of the season where I'll be devastated if I don't win.
I was going to say, if I remember rightly, you were very, very quick last season in tier. I can't remember what tier you were.
I got moved around a little bit, sort of fourth, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Hungary. It's like my favourite track, so hopefully if I can put on pole, hopefully I can, have a good race and hopefully maybe a win.
Yeah, well, congrats on your podium and a very good result for yourself.
Thank you very much.
All right, so moving on to
Corey.
P2. Toxic, take it away.
Corey, it was a good race from you, starting in P1, ended up in P2. Like, how did you get racing?
Yeah, it was quite comfy first stint. The mediums felt really, really good, and I had the pace to keep everyone behind because I was able to harvest a lot of VRS and keep behind. I don't think Rhombus or Diggles were trying to push me too hard. Yeah, it was quite comfy. I saw that Midzy pitted really early, so I saw he had a battle with somebody, got contact. So I thought he was out of the race. I thought he was my main competitor, to be fair as well. So, but the softs just didn't feel good at all, and surprised that Midzy managed to take his tires that far. So well done him, to be fair, on the medium especially. Yeah. I suppose P2. I'm quite happy with that. I'm not very comfy around here, so I'll take.
Were you
P2.
looking to catch up with Midzy? Were you looking to push hard to get that position, or were you just kind of?
I knew that he didn't have a penalty, and I ended up having a penalty, so I kind of knew it was kind of all over. I've got no chance. So I was just trying my best to make sure that I kept saving my ERS to the straights and try to keep Cuddy behind because he was quite quick on those mediums as well, and so was Easton behind.
Yeah. What's your thoughts for next week in Hungary?
Again, I'm not too sure. I didn't think this would be a very good race for me, but it turned out to be a podium, so just have to wait and see when we race. So
Yeah, we'll see. It should be a good race.
definitely.
Right, congratulations, well done.
Cheers.
Yeah, congrats, Corey. And close the gap on the Mercedes ahead of you. So, job well done. Because
Cheers.
as far as I'm concerned, obviously being neutral, the closing of the championship is always a good thing.
Definitely.
So well done.
Cheers.
But we head to our race winner, Midzi. And I've got to say, Midzi, you went under the radar for me because I didn't think you could make it on the strategy you did. Timed it perfectly in the end because obviously the virtual safety car got you the gap that you needed on the medium tyre, but I didn't think you could get medium tyres that long. You proved me wrong. And thanks to Kid Cudi reminding me, I completely forgot this, you obviously had a spin earlier on, so you had to recover from that. But what a recovery. Race win in the end, ended up managing the gap perfectly. So yeah, take us through your race.
Yeah, thank you. It was good. I knew the mediums are really good around this track. They can pretty much do the whole race if you're good with tyre wear. But yeah, Corey obviously got pole. He done well. He had really good pace at the start. I had a terrible start as well. Diggles got past me, and then I kind of tried rushing a move on Diggles, but I ran deep and spun off him. So that was my own problem. And then I was just hoping for a safety car VSC really, because I knew if there was anything, then I would just have to go on mediums. That's the only chance I had of a win. Yeah, obviously got lucky with the VSC, but yeah, felt really good with the mediums. Just tried not to get a penalty. I thought Corey might have got me at the end with the softs and the lower fuel, and his good pace as well. But yeah, just had a good pace. Felt comfortable in the mediums and managed the gap to the end.
Yeah, and obviously your second win in a row, because obviously you got the win from pole position in Austria last time out. So there's been talking about two Mercedes, obviously Wiesel, Lando and Corey in the AlphaTauri, but you're not too far off. I mean, obviously it is a gap, but we still got a few races to go. Maybe like this race, you can come on from the outside, as the saying goes. Because you're definitely climbing up the table with the wins.
Yeah, it's quite a long shot really. I mean, I joined full-time driver at Baku, so I only reserved Zambor and I tried to reserve Spain, but I wasn't on the controller, so I've missed quite a few races. But yeah, we just see what happens. Like people especially like Corey, he's showed good pace lately. Easton's always got good pace as well, so has Lando. So we'll see.
Yeah, we certainly shall see. Obviously, we've spoken about what's next, the Hungaroring. This tier, obviously, as we keep saying over and over, is very, very close, and it was such a close qualifying. Obviously, 9 thousandths of a second that you got pipped to pole position by Corey Marshall in the end there. Are you expecting a close and tight battle again, once again in Hungary next week?
Yeah, like especially in this game, it's so hard to overtake people with it's depending on the track. So I think I'll just be down to strategy again. But I'd say Hungary is one of my better tracks, so yeah, it should be fun anyway.
All right. Any last question from you, Toxic, for the winner?
What were your tiles on at the end there? They looked as if they were out of deflate, like pop.
Oh no, that was fine. There was high 60s.
Honestly, Christ.
Yeah.
Jeez, how?
Oh, that's mad. Right, well done to you all though. Good race from you all.
Yeah, thanks mate. Well done to Corey and Kid Cudi as well.
Cheers.
Alright. Yeah, well done tier 1. Very intriguing race. Great battles. Good overtakes going on, and yeah, Toxic, it was great to watch because you just didn't know who was going to come out on top in the end.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was from someone who I didn't think was going to win come lap 8 or 9 or 10 around that point. So, yeah, definitely very good. Yeah, as I said, what do you think of your first time?
It's very interesting. Yeah, very fast paced and very tight throughout all the races really. unfortunate for a couple that crashed out and had to retire, but for the top 10 it was close at the start, middle, and at the end folks started to slowly push away, but it was a good race.
As far as my plans and rota are going, you're back in the comms box next week in Hungary. I think going to be alongside Raikkonen because it's his turn to stream F1 next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I presume you are expecting another entertainment battle.
Yeah, but really enjoy it. I mean, Hungary's a very tight, thin, twisted track. Not a lot of overtaking opportunities in that, and it is that corner where you put your tyre on the white bit. I forget what you call it, or the number of it, but quite a lot of spinners usually there. So it'll be interesting to see how the race goes, but we'll soon see.
Yeah, we shall soon see. And that'll be next week on the F1 tier. But we have one more race for Silverstone to provide, and that is the F4 Championship. I'll be back in the comms box again, this time streaming with Brutal Reapers. He's back in the comms box after his debut in France and Austria. So we'll be once again looking at an entertaining race, which Toxic is your turn on the track. So good luck to you.
Yeah, right, thanks mate.
Yeah, and then we'll have a few days break before the first race of Hungary on Sunday. So make sure you watch all those, all 8 o'clock. But join us for F4 tomorrow at 8 o'clock. See all the action from there. But your top 3 for F1 today: P3 for Kid Cudi in the Williams, P2 for Corey Marshall in the AlphaTauri, Midzi in the McLaren, your winner, his second win in a row from last week. Toxic, thank you very much. And a pleasure for your company.
Yeah, you too. Good race.
Alright, I've been RSF1 Bundle. See you tomorrow.